I started journaling when I was about 8 years old. I used to write on pieces of paper and that I would find around the house. I would practice my handwriting at the same time as I would journal. One day I found in my grandmother's house a fountain pen set. It was so old, but I wanted to see how it worked. So I took that fountain pen up and I started just making all kinds of alphabets and sentences and words and things like that. Next thing you know, I was completely hooked. And I have been journaling for a long, long time. Once I figured out how that fountain pen worked, it was the end for me. Well, not necessarily the end, but the end. So you're asking me, well, why do I need to journal? Well, I tell you this much. Journaling is reflection. You can reflect on your day, you can reflect on your night, you can reflect on a certain event, you can reflect on anything, work, school, anything that you want. So, why should you journal? Well, I tell you what, journaling is not a Dear Diary format. As a matter of fact, let's get that out of the way first and foremost. I mean, you can say, hey, Dear Diary, but journaling is not necessarily a Dear Diary format. What you want to do with journaling is you just want to pick up your pen and start writing. You can start with a memoir, you can start with health issues or positive health issues. You can be creative with your journaling. It's sky's the limit. So, what I encourage you to do is to look at journaling from a life-changing point of view. You keep records of everything that you write down when you journal. So just look at it as a reflective, as a life-changing point of view. Just look at it that way. And I can guarantee you'll get a lot more out of journaling than you think you would. So you respond with, well, what do I write when I journal? Choose a subject. Believe it or not, you have a lot to write about. And believe it or not, your life is worth writing about. You want to ask yourself a bunch of questions. How did your day go? What did I do at work today? How were the kids? My husband and I were this way this morning, or my husband is, or my wife is. Today I had a wonderful day at work. You can write about anything you want to get started. There is no limit to writing whatever you want to in your journal. So I get a lot of compliments on, let's just say, my handwriting. Okay. Well, nobody's handwriting is perfect. I love to write. I write all the time, and I definitely love to write with fountain pens. And so this helps me with my writing skills as well as journaling about everything. So you want to ask yourself once again what to write? Well, the list is endless. You can have prompts, you can use prompts. You could say the weather was like today, or there was a car in front of me and it sounded like this, or it looked like this. My dream car, my dream house, my dream job. I mean, it is unlimitless on what you can write about. Just pick up the pen and write. Some people use their planners. Well, I can tell you this much. There are a whole ton of those things out there in the world today. You can choose whatever size you want, whatever brand you want, whatever cover you want. All the planners in the world, I'm going to tell you, you have an endless, and I do mean an endless sea of planners, date books, calendars, journals. You can write anywhere and anything nowadays because this is what our world is like now. We have choices and variety. But don't let that get too overwhelming because it can. And then you'll be stuck trying to figure out for the longest time, what do I write in? Which brings me now to my next point here, mental health. Mental health has become more than prevalent in our world today. We see an increase around 2020 during the beginning and the height of the pandemic. People have been really just, I mean, what we call just lonely. We called it cabin fever at that time, where we were all in the house, we were all on lockdown, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good for some of us. Some of us loved it, and a lot of us didn't. I'll just put it that way. So if you're a social person, you definitely were having some issues with being locked down. But if you're an introvert, it didn't bother you so much. But I'm telling you right now, mental health goes a lot further than that. I'll give you an example. I had a small anxiety attack at one point in my life, and I wrote it down. Then I had another anxiety attack, and I wrote it down. Then I had another anxiety attack, and I wrote it down. Although these anxiety attacks were spaced out, I had to figure out where they were coming from. So that's when the mental health journal came in. I decided that, hey, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull out this and make this my mental health journal, and everything that bothers me mentally, or anything that I cannot figure out, or mood swings, or depression, or anything like that, is going to go in this mental health journal. This is exactly what I wanted to do. And this is why I am such an advocate on mental health journaling. It is something that can release, you can figure out some things on your own. I mean, don't dismiss counseling or a therapist or anything like that. One of the biggest things I want to really, really let you know is that it is okay to go seek out a counselor. It is okay to go seek out a therapist. You can do those things. And then there's another aspect to journaling, which is one of the things that I also do because I'm creative. I love to do creative journaling, which just means that I like to glue things down, paste things down, tear up paper. I like to use stamps. I like to use washi tape. I like to use all kinds of medium. And that is called creative journaling. And you put these things down in a book, and you can choose to write or you can choose not to. You can choose to have a sentence, you can choose to have a paragraph. It's whatever you choose to have in this creative journaling aspect. I have devoted a whole entire channel to creative journaling because I love it so much. I even kind of, branched out and did ASMR creative journaling. It's all up to you on what you would like to do. But that is another aspect of journaling. So, like I said, journaling has never ending possibilities. There's always openings. There's always ways that you can just use your journaling whatever way you want to do, whatever and however you would like to do. It is up to you on how you would like. And once again, like I told you before, I love writing with um, fountain pens. Fountain pens are my favorite thing to write with when I'm journaling. And I can tell you this much, it doesn't matter if it's a fountain pen that I have to dip, or it's a fountain pen that I have to refill, or if it's a fountain pen that comes with a cartridge. It doesn't matter. I love to write with all of them. So, and as you can see here, I'm just kind of using my feather one. Another aspect to journaling is handwriting. Well, a lot of people do not like their handwriting. I mean, I didn't like my handwriting either, but I just practice and practice. And what better way to practice your handwriting is to journal. Go slow, write slow. Make sure that you put emphasis on each and every letter if you would like to correct your handwriting, or just use some handwriting practice sheets. That'll help. So if you're ever wondering how people get started with such a neat and calligraphy style or just regular print style handwriting, that's how they did it. Just continue with practice, practice, practice. So remember these things. The goal for journaling is transformation. Transformation starts with reflective. Reflective starts with making up your mind whether you want to journal or not, whether you want to change or not, or whether you want to achieve certain goals or not. So this all breaks down and it all comes together in your journal. Like I said, journaling is reflective, which provides transformation, which provides insight to you and your life. So what I have decided to do was I have some journaling classes that I'm beginning to teach. You can reach out to me if you would like to through my email, or you can go ahead and visit my website, which is archaeo-quest.com. And there you will find the lineup of the classes that I teach. What are you waiting for? Life is too short to be putting anything and everything that you want or any goals that you would like to achieve behind you and waste time. Time is expensive. People don't understand that. And time is very valuable. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click the link below, and then I'll see you in class. Hello, guys. I know you're probably wondering why I'm laughing. Well, because I have recorded this whole thing already without the microphone. So I have to get used to holding this little fuzzy-haired guy here. You probably heard that, by the way. This is a really good microphone, but I decided that I would definitely re-record this. So, all right, so here we go from the beginning. Hi, my name is Felicia, and welcome to my channel. My channel is about documenting my life, documenting things, and showing people how to do it, pretty much. I have been showing people how to document their lives for a while now. I've been pretty much teaching people and giving them information on how to keep a journal, pretty much. When I mean documenting life, I mean writing it down, doing a video, of course, or writing it down. In this case, I am documenting life through both the camera, and my journaling. So what I'm doing right now is I'm offering journaling classes. Yes, I am. Now, let me share a little bit. I know there has been some evidence of people's lives being changed just through journaling. I'm one of them. I know a couple of other people, and there are people on social media. So, and it's true, journaling can change your life. I started a long time ago, and I've been journaling for years. I started before YouTube was even a thing. I started before, oh my gosh, before journals, all these journals came out. So I've been journaling steady and consistently since '92. I've noticed a change in my life once I became more consistent with it. I was on and off all throughout '92, all throughout the early 2000s, and then kind of like the mid 2000s is when I started getting a little bit more consistent with it. And I've noticed a change once I became way more consistent with it, and now I journal every single day. So when I mean journaling, I mean not just writing and jotting down, okay, what happened for your day. You know, if you want some changes to happen in your life, it's called reflective journaling. Reflective journaling goes over every aspect of your life, from finances to what's going on in your life to mental health. You've seen I did mention a mental health binder, a journal, which is what I have. And I think that is something that...
Motion detected at front door.
Oh, sometimes I don't like that thing, especially when I'm busy. It must be Amazon. Anyway, so reflective journaling, excuse me, I can't even talk here, has been very, I can't really begin to explain how successful that has been. It has been very successful. It's been very successful in a lot of people's lives. So I'm not going to sit here and go one by one and step by step and teach you how to journal. I want you to join me in my class. Join me in the classroom. Come and check it out. Check out my website, archaeoquest.com. And a lot of people are trying to figure out why Archaeo Quest. Well, because it's a passion. It's a passion. So pretty much just go ahead and check out the site. Go ahead and figure out which class works for you. I'm offering 3 classes right now. It's beginning journaling and intermediate advanced journaling and creative journaling. All 3 classes are great. All 3 classes provide you with some insight. But if you've never journaled before, I suggest taking the beginner's class. If you are a journaler and you want to learn how to do reflective journaling, I suggest you take the beginner's class. And if you definitely think that you're over the beginner's class or you're over the creative journaling class, then I suggest you take the intermediate or advanced class. Now, you've seen some aspects of my creative journaling throughout this video in the beginning. I have basically done creative journaling for my other channel, which I thought would be great to do. But if you feel that you want to start from the beginning, then by all means, go ahead and get the beginner's class. Anyway, so yeah, just come and join me in the classroom, and you're going to learn a lot. Like I said, I do teach a lot of people. I don't teach them on camera. This is the first time I've actually had a website up, so just bear with me. It's not perfect. I'm not a perfectionist as far as that's concerned, and then you'll understand what perfection is. You'll understand where perfection is, and this new thing that they're saying now on social media, and they've been saying it for a little bit now, but imposter syndrome. You'll understand where all of that comes from once you start doing reflective journaling, because yeah. So let's get on it, and basically just go ahead and join the classes. I teach all my classes are live. I don't have any pre-recorded classes right now. You're going to get me live, and there is a date, October the 6th of 2024. So the cutoff date to sign up for the classes is, believe it or not, October 6th, 2024. So if you sign up for the class on October 6th, 2024, you still will be admitted, as long as it is basically around the time when the class is started. And the first class is going to be anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours. So, and it's there for introductions, so everybody can get to know each other. It's going to be private. No one's going to know about anything. I'm not going to record the class, not the first one, but I will be recording classes after that, but it'll be in a protective space. So if you are interested in that, by all means, hit that button, click it below, and we can get you started. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the classroom. Peace out, guys.